This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. On this edition of your High Desert Sports Report, we lead off with high school baseball. Mojave River League contenders, Serrano and Apple Valley, in a one-run contest on the Diamondbacks campus. Serrano's Carson Phillips doubles down in defeating Apple Valley in a 1-0 Diamondbacks Mojave River League victory. The 6'2", 185-pound senior shuts out the Sun Devils on 7 hits, striking out 6. Carson Phillips also drives in the only run of the ball game with a ground rule double RBI in the 4th inning, Dylan Madole scoring the Diamondbacks run. Carson Phillips at his best in closing it out, facing the top of Apple Valley's batting order with the potential tying run on base. He gets the strikeout on Apple Valley's dangerous leadoff hitter for the first out in the 7th, then induces the 4-6-3 Nate Edgerly to Adam Anderson to Dylan Madole double play to end the game. Let's back it up now. Here's how this one unfolds. It does not begin looking all that good for the Diamondbacks. The Sun Devils start off strong at the plate. 2 of their 7 hits coming in inning number 1. The first base hit of the ball game is the pop-up over the infield by Logan Valencia. It drops between the Diamondbacks right fielder and second baseman. First of 3 hits on the day for the Sun Devils' leading hitter. Tanner Fuller's base hit puts Logan Valencia in scoring position with 1 out. Carson Phillips will work his way out of the threat. He gets the second out of the inning on cleanup hitter Jesus Diaz, ground out to third baseman Heath Bullinger, beating Logan Valencia to the bag to take out the lead runner. Carson Phillips retires the next Sun Devil, and we go to the bottom of the first. Tanner Fuller is seeking his 6th win he has yet to lose. The senior gets a double play to erase Serrano's first base runner when he strikes out Dylan Madole, and catcher Robbie Myers guns down Lucas Higgins trying to steal. Christian Hill applies the tag. Tanner Fuller K's good friend Heath Bullinger to end the first. Tanner Fuller is the top strikeout pitcher in the Mojave River League, 45 in 42 innings pitched by day's end. Who is second in strikeouts among MRL pitchers? Carson Phillips. His 6 Ks this game give him 34 in 40 innings of work. 2 of Carson Phillips' 6 strikeouts come in the 2nd inning. We go to the 4th. Dylan Madole aboard to lead off the inning. Heath Bullinger, Diamondbacks' 3-hole hitter, stepping in. The Serrano third baseman hitting .331 coming into this game. Tanner Fuller gets Heath Bullinger out on the line drive to center fielder Elian Ortega for out number 1. A Sun Devils miscue enables Dylan Madole to advance to second. Anthony Diaz chops the base hit over the infield. Dylan Madole beats the throw to third. Anthony Diaz 3 for 3 this day, raising his batting average to .390. The senior also had 3 hit ball games against MRL foes Sultana and Oak Hills. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Stage set for the biggest swing of the bat of the ball game. Carson Phillips laces the line drive to right, 1 hopping over the fence. Dylan Madole scores easily. The ground rule double holds Anthony Diaz at third. Carson Phillips' 5th run driven in on the season, his biggest of the year. Tanner Fuller records his 4th strikeout, getting the called 3rd strike for the 2nd out of the inning. Josh Mosherman's fly ball to Elian Ortega in center ends Tanner Fuller's day's work on the mound and brings the Sun Devils into hit. Carson Phillips faces Sun Devils hitters 9, 1, and 2 to open the fifth. He gets the called third strike for out number 1. Elian Ortega's hard-hit line drive is flagged down on a fine catch by left fielder Steven Abadisian for out number 2. Sun Devils two-hole hitter Logan Valencia drives it to the alley in left center field and to the fence for a stand-up double. 3 of Apple Valley's 7 hits on the day off the bat of Logan Valencia, the 6'2", 180-pound senior, raising his batting average to .481, fourth highest among MRL hitters. With the tying run at second and potential go-ahead run at first, cleanup hitter Jesus Diaz pops it up. Shortstop Adam Anderson inserts an element of drama with the basket catch, and the Diamondbacks are out of the fifth, still leading by 1. Elian Ortega takes over mound duties in the fifth. The Sun Devils senior is fourth among MRL pitchers in strikeouts, 31 in 29 innings after 2 frames this day. The Diamondbacks look to add to their lead in the sixth. Carson Phillips aboard on the infield error that aborts the possible double play. One of 2 errors charged to Apple Valley this game. Anthony Diaz into scoring position on second. Tim Ostadal rips the base hit to center field. Anthony Diaz tests Jacob Escobar's arm, and the Sun Devils center fielder throws him out at the plate to keep it a 1-run ball game. Robbie Myers applying the tag. Jacob Escobar, the Sun Devils' senior outfielder, moved to center field when Elian Ortega came in to pitch. We go to the last call for Apple Valley. The top of the 7th, Jacob Escobar has singled, leading it off for the Sun Devils. Strategy chat, Coach Sean Sears. .373 hitting leadoff hitter Elian Ortega. Carson Phillips prevents the Sun Devils from advancing the base runner into scoring position. The key strikeout for out number 1 in the 7th. That proves critical when Logan Valencia drives the base hit to center field. Jacob Escobar is held at second. Would he have been able to score from second on that base hit had he been moved up? That is all and only conjecture when Carson Phillips gets the ground ball double play to end it. 4-6-3 by the numbers. Serrano moves to 2-2 in league play, handing Apple Valley their 3rd loss in 5 league decisions. 1-0, the final.
I-15 Auctions, sold on supporting high desert sports. I-15 Auctions, from estate auctions to high-quality used vehicles at low, low prices.
Kick tires, dark tires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll. So. He's already...
Oak Hills Jr. Matt Kelly shuts out Apple Valley as the defending MRL champions win their 3rd straight and 2nd game of the week against Mojave River League top challengers. Matt Kelly strikes out 9, scattering 7 hits and winning his 3rd game of the season. Fellow Bulldogs Jr. Zach Becker facing Sun Devils senior Elian Ortega. Bases loaded, 2 outs, full count in the 3rd. Zach Becker drives in the only runs of the game. The bases loaded shot to center field. All 3 Oak Hills runs off Apple Valley's Elian Ortega unearned. The home team Sun Devils are riding a 2-game MRL win streak, coming off an 11-0 road win at Sultana. Bulldogs sophomore leadoff hitter Julian Macias singles on the first pitch of the game, then steals second, giving the visitors a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Julian Macias will advance to 3rd on an infield ground out. Hot-hitting Zach Becker steps in. The Bulldogs Jr. coming off back-to-back multiple hit games. Max Prep's stats have him hitting .438. The ball bounces Apple Valley's way when the pitch sails to the backstop, and Sun Devils catcher Robbie Myers plays it off the wall, much like Chicago Cubs learned to play the ball off the ivy walls at Wrigley. Elian Ortega applies the tag, and the Bulldogs' first scoring threat is erased. Elian Ortega strikes out Zach Becker on the breaking pitch, and the Sun Devils come in to hit. Elian Ortega strikes out 7 in compiling a complete game 3-hitter. The 5'9", 160-pound senior has 30 strikeouts in 27 innings pitched. Oak Hills starter Matthew Kelly enters the game with a 2-1 record, 19 strikeouts in 19 innings coming in. The 5'8", 184-pound junior strikes out 9 this day, beginning with the called third strike on a 1-2 pitch against Sun Devils leadoff hitter Elian Ortega. The fast-paced game quickly develops into a pitcher's duel, both starters demonstrating excellent command, ringing up strikeouts with their breaking pitch or keeping batters off balance with the fastball. The Sun Devils out-hit Oak Hills this day, 3 Sun Devils with multiple hit games: senior outfielder Jesus Diaz, junior center fielder Dallas Williams, and pitcher Elian Ortega, who pounds out 3 of Apple Valley's 7 hits on the day himself. The 3-hit performance raising Elian Ortega's batting average back up and over the 400 mark. He is hitting .404. Matt Kelly and the Oak Hills defense rising to the occasion to squelch each threat. The strikeouts or the caught stealing when the Sun Devils do not execute the hit and run. Catcher Kian Costigan to shortstop Julian Macias, 2-6 caught stealing. Kristen Rodriguez aboard, leading off the telltale 3rd inning. Moving to second on the sacrifice bunt, Kristen Rodriguez, Bulldogs junior outfielder, exchanging greetings with Sun Devils senior shortstop Tanner Fuller. Kristen Rodriguez will advance to 3rd on a wild pitch. Elian Ortega gets the 2nd out of the inning, holding Kristen Rodriguez at 3rd on the ground out to shortstop Tanner Fuller. Julian Macias walks, putting runners on the corners, and the Bulldogs appear to break the ice when Kristen Rodriguez scores on the pitch in the dirt. But Kristen Rodriguez is sent back to 3rd, and John Bike is aboard, loading the bases. John Bike was hit by the pitch in the dirt. Full count to Zach Becker, bases full, 2 outs. After fouling off one 3-2 pitch, Zach Becker's hard-hit ball to center field is misplayed. Kristen Rodriguez scores. Julian Macias scores. John Bike scores from first. The only 3 runs of the ball game coming on this swing of the bat. Jesus Diaz, 2nd hit of the game, sending Jacob Escobar to 2nd with 1 out. We are in 6th inning action. The Bulldogs get a fine defensive play from shortstop Julian Macias, tracking down the pop foul down the left field line for the 2nd out in the 6th. Matt Kelly's pitch count now approaching 80 pitches. On his 81st pitch, Matt Kelly gets the force out at 2nd. Junior second baseman Elias De La Torre to the sophomore shortstop Julian Macias, and the Sun Devils' 6th inning threat is extinguished. Apple Valley threatens again in the 7th and final frame. Elian Ortega's 3rd hit, sending Dallas Williams to 2nd, bringing the tying run to the plate. At the plate, Sun Devils leading hitter Logan Valencia, who enters the contest hitting .451. The fly ball to right fielder Brandon Bullock ends it. The Bulldogs emerge alone in first place thanks to a Sultana upset of Burroughs. This final score, Oak Hills 3-0 over Apple Valley. High Desert Sports Training. High Desert Sports highlights. High Desert Sports Training, the area's only facility providing indoor batting cages. Call to schedule a free evaluation. High Desert Sports Training. The first-round matchup between the Bulldogs and Scorpions did not prove to be the low-scoring affair expected between two of the teams with the top pitching staffs in the MRL. Both starters, juniors, Zach Becker for the Bulldogs, Ryan Dominguez for the Scorpions.
Batting third for the Scorpions, number 31, Antonio Fuentes.
Antonio Fuentes drives in Ryan Sanborn with the first run of the ball game, the one-out single in the first. The Scorpions hit the ground running from the outset. Brandon Morales placing himself in scoring position in the second. Zach Becker does not get the help he needs defensively with runners on first and second. The potential inning-ending double play ball is misplayed, and the Scorpions have the bases loaded. Brandon Morales at third, Brandon Doherty at second, Ryan Dominguez at first. When his starter falls behind to the number 9 hitter, Bulldogs coach Randy Valdez makes a pitching change. Hesperia's second run scores on a bases-loaded walk. Top of the order, leadoff hitter Ryan Sanborn. The sophomore drives in Brian Doherty and Ryan Dominguez with the sharp shot down the left field line. 2 hits on the day for Ryan Sanborn, who is hitting .333. The contest at times seems to provide a clinic in inept base running, with both teams running themselves out of scoring opportunities. Oak Hills benefiting early from some excellent defensive work from catcher Kian Costigan. This pickoff ends the second. Hesperia has a 4-0 lead. Hesperia ace Ryan Dominguez has a strong first inning. He comes in with an ERA under 3. Given a 4-run lead, one expects the Scorpions will keep their foot on the throat of the Bulldogs. But Oak Hills battles back. The bottom half of the lineup loading the bases as Ryan Dominguez's control escapes him. A badly needed strikeout for out number 1. Second of 3 Ks this day for Ryan Dominguez, who enters this game with 29 strikeouts in 23 innings pitched. But control the problem, and the Bulldogs get their first run on the bases-loaded walk. Kian Costigan scoring on the walk to number 9 hitter Elias Delatorre. Now, leadoff hitter Julian Macias with 2 strikes on him. The sophomore shortstop stays back on the breaking pitch and takes it the other way, driving in Adrian Villarreal. Scorpions lead cut to 2, 4-2. Bulldogs run number 3 scores on the fielder's choice. Jacob Rangel comes home on the force out at third, but with 2 on and 2 out, and 3-hole hitter Zach Becker coming up, the Bulldogs commit a cardinal base running sin. Third out of the inning made it third when a runner tries to advance on a pitch in the dirt. End of 2, 4-3. Scorpions. Jacob Rangel emerges a difference maker for the Bulldogs. The sophomore southpaw holds the Scorpions to 1 run over 5+ innings after the visitors mount a 4-0 early lead.
Yeah, when I got out there, I just thought those strikes. That was basically it. Put the ball in play, see what happens. Trusted my defense, let them get out, so that's all I did.
Zach Becker, .433 hitter coming in, leading off the bottom of the third with the base hit up the middle. Cleanup hitter, John Bike, lefty versus lefty. John Bike reaches down and drives it deep to center field, just beyond the Scorpions' center fielder. Zach Becker to third, stand-up double for the Oak Hills standout first baseman. Second and third, 1 out, down 1. How does Coach Randy Valdez want to play this? Adrian Villarreal, .435 hitting junior. He drops it over the infield into short center field. Zach Becker scores from third. The errant throw from center enables John Bike to slide across with the go-ahead run. Adrian Villarreal sliding into third. The Bulldogs have overcome the 4-run deficit and taken the lead 5-4. Faulty base running combines with defensive blunders to further curse the Hesperia quads. Kian Costigan picks the runner off first to end the top half of the 4th. Antonio Fuentes on for Hesperia, bottom of the 4th. Kian Costigan sends the hard comebacker off the shoulder of Antonio Fuentes. The Bulldogs have runners on first and second. Coach Jared Bruce checks out his senior right-hander who relinquishes his duties on the mound. Junior Morales is summoned from the bullpen. Adrian Villarreal's bunt is mishandled, and the Bulldogs have the bases loaded.
Nobody.
Jacob Rangel singles to left. 2 runs score. Oak Hills goes up 7-4. Junior Morales' infield hit drives in run number 5 for the Scorpions. KC Caballero scores. This is the top of the 5th. Ryan Sanborn represents the tying run with 2 outs. The Scorpions' top of the order hitter is caught looking. Jacob Rangel gets the called 3rd strike to end the Scorpions' half of the 5th. Bulldogs' lead is 7-5. Zach Becker stays back on the breaking pitch and sends it down the right field line. A stand-up double, 4th double of the season for Zach Becker. Oak Hills has 5 hitters hitting over 400 entering this game, and all hit safely this day. Kian Costigan is near the top of the leaderboard when it comes to batting averages among Mojave River League hitters. A .517 batting average to start the day. The senior drives in Zach Becker with Bulldogs run number 8. Adrian Villarreal drives it to the fence in left center field. 2 more Bulldogs score. Oak Hills add yet 2 more in their half of the 6th to make the final 12-5.
This Victor Valley College victory over Citrus is a combined team effort with pitchers performing at their peak, hitters coming through with clutch base hits, Coach Irvin Bounds winning the battle of wits in strategy, and the Rams overcoming a myriad of controversial and questionable calls and rules interpretations.
Starting pitcher Angel Trejo turns in one of his better outings. The freshman out of San Bernardino works into the 6th. The former Cajon Cowboy mixes his fastball with a curveball that catches Citrus Owls hitters looking. He gets called 3rd strikes to end 3 of the 5 innings he finishes. Miguel Castillo comes out of the bullpen. The master control commander-in-chief epitomizes pitch to contact. The infield ground out, bringing the Rams in to hit in the 6th. Miggy Castillo gets help from catcher Manny Sierra, cutting down an Owls would-be base stealer to end the 7th. The freshman out of Santiago completes 2 shutout innings, a prelude to an amazing 8 2/3 innings relief stint against Barstow 3 days later that earns him the win when the Rams score 6 in the 9th to beat the Vikings 10-9. Here are offensive highlights in the 4-3 win over Citrus.
Mark Kubian singles Justin Henry into scoring position, driving the high fastball into left field with 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 6th. Alfred Lopez drives in Justin Henry with the Rams' first run. Controversial and questionable call number 2 follows. Rams runners on first and second. Mauricio Bueno, the batter, asks for time. The Owls pitcher balks. The umpire explains that both the batter and the pitcher were in the wrong, so both infractions offset one another. This a rules interpretation none of us had ever heard before. Questionable call number 1 was when an Owls high fly ball down the left field line was ruled a home run. Although it appeared the ball was foul when it cleared the fence. Even the Owls third base coach conceded that observation. Back to what matters at hand. Mauricio Bueno has walked to load the bases. Mark Cobian at third, Alfred Lopez at second. Rams trail 3-1 with 1 out in the 6th. Dylan Lindsay's grounder is fielded by the third baseman. The throw to second for the force. The second baseman's throw is wide of first. Mark Cobian has scored. Alfred Lopez scores. The ball game is tied, right? No. Questionable call number 3. The base umpire rules Mauricio Bueno interferes with the second baseman's throw by sliding into him at second. The replay shows Mauricio Bueno sliding straight into the base and does not make contact with the second baseman. The Rams are denied these game-tying runs, and we go to the 7th. Citrus still leading 3-1.
Earlier video sports highlights showed how the Rams tie the game at 3. Justin Henry's triple driving in Rams run number 2. Justin Henry follows with 3 hits in the unbelievable come-from-behind in a big way win over Barstow 3 days later. Josh Ferrari follows Justin Henry's triple with the clutch 2-out base hit, tying the score against the Owls. Josh Ferrari also with a 3-hit performance in the next game, Tuesday triumph over the Vikings. Manny Sierra drives in Mauricio Bueno with what proves to be the winning run against the Owls in the 8th. That sets the stage for the managerial maneuvering in the 9th with tremendous pressure on the shoulders of pitcher Evan Bricker. With the tying run on second, the Rams issue an intentional walk that puts a potential go-ahead run on base. Then an unintentional walk loads the bases with 2 outs.
No, we're just trying to get ahead, throw them a lot of off speed, get them out in front, try to get a ground ball, but I got behind a lot, had to come back. I was just kind of working myself into a hole a little bit, but, it's good to come back from that. And
full count. Bases loaded. Evan Bricker blows it by the Owls batter, and the Rams have their second victory of the week, 4-3 the final. Victor Valley College over Citrus. The 5th annual High Desert Hoops All-Class Girls Showcase and All-Star Game brings together girls from high schools across and throughout the High Desert. Not only Victor Valley schools, large and small, but all-stars from Big Bear to Burroughs to Barstow. Seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen alike. DSL Player of the Year Raylene Moreno sends the assist to Serrano All-Star Destiny Marin. The Lady Diamondbacks sharpshooter, equally adept from the perimeter as in running the court. Destiny Marin among the senior All-Stars Victor Valley College coaches are hoping will be playing for the Lady Rams next season. Oak Hills spark plug A.J. Burley brings it coast to coast, finishing with the left hand. Victor Valley Lady Jackrabbits Camry Porter with the move in the paint. Hesperia All-League performer and Lady Scorpions leading scorer Heavens Bonner, a dominant force. J.C. Vick, the left hand, underneath. J.C. Vick, the lone senior on Coach Sally Orlando's Hesperia Christian team. Natalie Rollins withstands the punishment underneath and makes the basket. Natalie Rollins among the underclassmen performing in the all-class showcase. She is a junior at Granite Hills. These teams extremely evenly matched. They battle to a 38-38 deadlock at the half. Many of these senior all-stars will play in the annual Seniors Classic, April 21st at Silverado High School. The girls' all-class showcase and all-star game preceded by the middle school all-star game, a contest with teams so evenly matched that it goes into double overtime. 7th grader Savannah Wynn is named Most Valuable Player of the 4th Annual Middle School All-Star Game. This is your High Desert Sports Report. Video sports coverage of Victor Valley schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Your High Desert Sports Report, the only weekly half-hour television program covering Victor Valley teams, athletes, and sporting events.